Newer $1 bills that you should really be looking out for. In this video, I'll show you all of these brand new $1 bills that are selling for a ton of money on eBay right now. You don't want to miss a single thing I go over because typically it is the smallest detail that means the difference of a lot of money. So let's just hop right into this video. Up first, we have a $1 bill that sold for $180.41. Now, really quickly, I want to get this out of the way. Most people think the date on their bill means that's when it was actually produced. That is not always the case. Did you know the newest $1 bill will always have 2017 as the series? The US Bureau of Engraving and Printing does not change the date every year they produce. For example, this 2017 bill could have been produced in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, etc. They produce $1 bills every year, but they do not change the date. That's important to understand for a multitude of reasons. Now, why did this one sell for $180.41? Well, it's pretty straightforward. I will say this. You'll notice on this bill there are some folds on the bill. If this banknote had no folds whatsoever, it would have sold for a lot more money. The biggest reason is because this is a fancy serial number. There are zeros and eights only on this bill. Now, if this was a serial number 8, meaning all zeros and then 1 8, it would have sold for a ton of money. So look out if you have a rare $1 bill with a fancy serial number. Keep it safe. Do not fold it, please, because you have something worth a lot of money. I'll be very quick on this one, but again, series 2017, this is a serial number 25, and it was graded by PMG at a 67 EPQ. That means there are no folds on the bill whatsoever, and this one sold for $220, $276 for this $1 bill. Now, a couple things I want to point out here. First of all, the photos on eBay are atrocious. From my experience, the better quality photos you have, the more money it will bring. I could nearly guarantee you that if I bought this note for $276 and I relisted it on eBay with better photos, I could sell this bill for $300 to $400. On top of that, you can see the condition is not that good. Unfortunately, if this bill would have been taken out of circulation quickly and not folded, it would have sold for probably close to $1,000, in my opinion. This is a repeater, fancy serial numbers with zeros and eights. Now keep in mind, 8 is a very lucky number in certain cultures, and it typically will demand a premium with paper money collectors. If you have one, do not fold it because $276 for this $1 bill. Similar to one of the previous notes, this is a serial number 14, again, series of 2017. This bill sold for $350. I love when we come across notes like this. So this one had 16 bids on eBay and it sold for $541. Now this is a serial number 4 bill. Please understand that if you have a serial number 1 bill, it's going to sell for thousands of dollars. The reason why I like seeing banknotes like this on eBay is because if you look at the condition, it's not in the best condition. When I see things like this, it tells me that there are people out there that simply don't know or are not looking for rare bills like this. Someone might have gotten this back in change from a cash register at the store or an ATM machine. You never really know the story behind a bill like this, but this seller found it and was able to sell it for $541. Very cool. This one sold for $999. Now, an area I want to show you really quickly is the bottom right area. You can see these small letters and numbers. That is the plate position. So depending on where the bill is located on a sheet of bills, it's going to dictate what that number and letter combination are. Now, if you look at the top left plate position, it says G4. If you look at the bottom right, it says G28, and before that it says FW. That FW stands for Fort Worth, Texas, where this bill was produced. Now, there's only 2 places in the United States where they produce paper money, and that's either Washington, D.C. or Fort Worth, Texas. If your bill has an FW on it, that means it was produced in Texas, and if it does not have any FW anywhere, that means it was produced at Washington, D.C. This bill has some stains. It's probably one of the worst condition banknotes we've talked about in this video, but it's still sold for $999 because it's almost a solid number 6 serial number. It's got that 1-9 near the end of the serial number. So this is pretty cool. $2,004 for this pack of $1 bills. So what happened here is someone went to the bank and they asked for a full pack of $1 bills. Keep in mind a pack has 100 notes, so they paid $100 and they were able to sell it for $2,004. The biggest reason is because of only one note inside, which is a solid number 1 bill. You can see here that they took pictures before and after they got the bills encapsulated, and you can see that solid number 1 serial number. That is the single note that's bringing the most value for this pack that sold for $2,004. A few notes ago, we had an almost solid number 6 serial number. Now here we have a solid number 6 serial number. The reality is this bill sold for $2,500 just because it's a solid number 6 serial number and it graded by PMG at a 66 EPQ. That means there's not a single fold on this bill whatsoever. If you have a modern $1 bill worth a lot of money, be sure to keep it safe. Don't fold it because you could have something worth a ton of money. I'll see you guys in the next video.